You can't go wrong with this. You can't. It's so good.
I don't think Buffalo Trace deserves the hype that it gets.
Are we live?
Colonel on the table. Salute. E.H. Taylor. It is a hard one to find. Small batch E.H. Taylor. MSRP about $50.
And it sucks because it's so dang good.
You can't find it for $50 unless you can, and then I dislike you. Let me know where you're from in the comments.
No,
But-
this is a great bottle. Oh man, yeah. If you ever see it on the counter at a bar, have a taste of that stuff.
Oh yeah, just to have.
At one point, it was my favorite bourbon I've ever had.
But you may be asking, 4 Glens on the table. That's right, it's another allocated alternative video.
Something that you can actually find in stores near you.
And I got quite a lineup for y'all.
And before we get into the allocated alternatives, go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe, do your thing, make me happy.
Thanks guys, we appreciate it.
Moving forward.
Glen A, we're going A, B, C, D now. We got E.H. Taylor. So we're gonna do a quick taste. Let you know why, just right away. I mean, the nose is just incredible. No, it's just sweet. It's just candy.
Grape bubblegum.
He's getting it. He's getting the grape. I'm telling you, it's a candied grape. Something else. I've said a grape Jolly Rancher before.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That works here.
Remember the baby bottle pops?
Yeah.
You flip it around, dip it in the powder. The grape one of that.
Yeah.
Gosh,
That's
dude.
good.
It's just candy. And it's that classic Buffalo Trace profile mash bill 1.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Write that
So
down.
good. Drinky.
If you want a good bourbon, and allocation wasn't an issue, there is no reason why this shouldn't be at the top of your list. If I could drink this every day as just my go-to daily pour kind of thing,
Oh yeah. It's
I wish I could.
gosh.
I would be spoiled, but I wish I could. 100 proof, mash bill 1, sweet, not harsh at all.
It's gentle but so forward with the flavors that matter.
You do not mix this. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But me, personally, like, it is just fine the way it is.
That's good.
It's a good dram.
I know I'm not super, like I'm not a professional with whiskey or anything. Still early in my years with finding out what I know about bourbon and learning all that stuff. But as far as right now, that is one of my favorite bourbons.
It is just so good. And it's hard to deny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Buffalo
Yeah.
Trace hate because of how hard it is to find.
I
But
get it. That's understandable.
oh, totally.
I'm definitely waiting for the day though where it's not up so high up on my list though. I'm waiting until something else comes around where I'm like, whew, there we go. Like I don't know if it takes some taste development on my part, but for right now, man, that's top tier for me.
It's tough. It's a toughie. But that's what we're here for. Option number 1, as we have in our Glen B glass. And I know that this one is probably going to get a little backlash too, but Buffalo Trace. I know some of you can't find it. I understand that. But mash bill 1 as well.
Okay.
Just like this guy. So you're going to get that sweetness.
It's the same juice.
It's you know, bumped down a little bit in proof.
Is it 45?
We're rocking 45. So,
Yep, 45. Okay.
but it's not as old, you know, I'm sure. Different warehouse, I believe, as well. But it's go on the nose. Just right away. It's like a toned down version
It is toned down.
of glass.
Yep.
A.
That's true.
It's just a little bit toned down.
Still sweet.
It's
still candy-like.
and you know what? I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why you can't find these on the shelf. We are pretty dang lucky to where we can find this pretty much whenever we want for a decent price. I've seen, I mean, just today we were kind of booning around and we saw it for like $45, $50. Which is stupid. Like we could just go next door and buy it for $30, you know.
Yeah, some
like,
places just mark it up because they know.
They know.
They know.
Yeah, they got the name on it. That'll make them money.
Classic Buffalo Trace, man. You can't go wrong with this. You can't. It's so good.
I don't think Buffalo Trace deserves the hype that it gets. Overall, they have some really amazing products. I mean, obviously this and Stag, but like their low end Buffalo Trace, it's just good. Like, it's sweet. Like, so it's a great entry level bourbon.
It is, yeah, definitely.
Because you don't get any of that harshness that you do with like Evan Williams, that you get with Jim Beam, that you get with any of the other bottom shelfers. It's miles away from like Old Crow and Old Tub and.
Definitely good. I would have this to be like my daily. If I were to go for one of those, like if I were to consider it to be anything.
Totally.
It'd be a good daily pour.
Totally.
Quick go-to.
100%.
Yeah.
But if you can't find it, that doesn't help you at all. So I got one that you could probably find a little bit better.
$28, by the way, I think.
28. Four Roses, single barrel. Chances are you can find this everywhere you go. I have not had an issue finding one. I have a fun game I play where I try to find a really fun warehouse number and part of the warehouse. In this case, it's BS, Warehouse B on the south side. That's fun, right? And then also you see this other number, 43, 4, and then I. So that second to the last digit, which is a 4 in this case, is what level in the warehouse it is. Like, so 4th floor. The higher you go, the more changes it's going to go through, so you might get a little bit more of a complex flavor. So that's pretty fun for me. I like finding fun digits, high floor, or high-ish floor. It's just a good time. 100 proof, just like E.H. Taylor. Available everywhere.
Just as sweet.
And it'll vary a little bit because it is single barrel.
Yeah.
You know, and depending on where the floor, what warehouse, and all that fun stuff. But it's fun. But this particular one is just sweet on the nose.
Yeah. So good.
I feel like you get a little bit more cinnamon on the nose, though.
Okay.
Where these two is candy.
Straight candy.
That candied sweet. This is like a cinnamon sweet.
Yeah, a little bit more cinnamon, a little bit more brown sugar on that. Yeah.
And the one I got before this one doesn't have this, but it was like hot tamales, like the cinnamon candy. Like it was just spicy cinnamon. So good.
Oh, man.
So you're matching the proof point. You're still getting that nice, sweet profile. But I almost feel like, hear me out, you get a little bit more of that ethanol burn on this. But with that, it almost tastes a little bit more complex, like a little bit more going on than just candy. So if you kind of want something that's going to be a little bit more, I guess, complex or varying, Four Roses single. I mean, you can find that everywhere.
This is definitely more hot, but
it's not enough to put you off.
Definitely not.
It tastes like 100 proof. This doesn't taste like.
There's a little bit more coming on and going on in that. There is. It is more complex and something to sit on.
$50. That's what this should be. Right in that same range.
Oh man, I love the freaking legs on that.
No hype.
None.
Which is perfect. Go buy it. It should be on your shelf. It's a cool box.
Seriously though, it is yummy. Definitely go grab yourself one. It is worth it.
Really good. Yeah. And then Glass D. Something that's getting a little bit more hype now. You might be able to find it, but it's going to be kind of that $50 to $60 range bottle. But it's going to be bottled in bond, just like E.H. Taylor. That's right, we're talking Heaven Hill back in the running. Heaven Hill bottled in bond. I am a Heaven Hill fanboy, as you know. And I just think this has the best of this, which I think is that proof point, that price point, and I don't know, like that complexity. But at the same time, you get that Heaven Hill profile, where you get a little bit more of that oakiness, a little bit more of that aged taste, a little bit of tobacco. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I definitely love some Heaven Hill.
I mean, you get that sweetness still on the nose, 100%.
You know what it is for me? It's that new car smell.
New car, almost like that, what is it, pleather?
Yeah,
It's kind of like a pleather mixed with like an air freshener, like a sweet pina colada.
I feel like Dad's about to buy me a new car.
But it's so good because you get that mix of sweetness. You get that
Ooh, yeah.
that mix of like a little bit of leathery and tobacco.
Big time.
So it just makes it like the depth a little bit more intense for me. And I know this might be difficult to find, like probably more difficult than the Buffalo Trace for some of you guys. But if you see it for around 50 to 60 bucks, I mean, it's a fantastic little bottle. Bottle and Bond, Heaven Hill. I mean, it's a pretty bottle. But I feel like the value is there just in different areas. You know, especially for that same price point. Like these are pretty much the same price point, give or take $10 to $15.
Yeah. This is good stuff, man.
I think they're all fantastic hitters.
Yeah, if you want, definitely on the sweet side, definitely more. This is how it goes. In terms of sweet, this side.
Oaky and leathery and complex that way.
Yes.
Sweet candy this way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, depending on your palate, I feel like this is best of both worlds.
Yeah, me too.
I will always have a bottle of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fanboy. You'll see it again multiple times. But, I mean, I just love that leathery, oaky sweetness that Heaven Hill's got going on over here. It's some good stuff.
Dude, killer.
Yeah.
Love it.
This
Well,
is
I'm
hard
having a
to
good
find.
time.
Yeah. E.H. Taylor Small Batch. It's a difficult bottle to find. It's a fantastic bottle, but there's plenty of options. Let us know what you think. Let us know what bottles, you would replace E.H. Taylor with if you can't find it. What's a good placeholder? What are some good options?
Give me something that's as sweet and candy-like. It just holds itself together so well. Give me something that you think compares up to E.H. Taylor Small Batch.
Mm-hmm. And I hope this video helped you guys. That the whole goal with this is we love exploring all the options of whiskey. We show a lot of hard to find bottles, but I think just as much I love just finding those bottles that people sleep on.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of hitters out there that just collect dust on shelves because it's not a Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah.
And that's good for everyone who knows about it.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot out there.
Oh,
Pick up a
man.
bottle you haven't had in a while.
Yeah.
Do a blind.
Do a blind. Those are crazy. I hate blinds.
Like, have a friend, have a wife, have a spouse. Pour you a few random bottles.
I suck at blinds, but I love doing them.
But you'll learn a lot because you don't have a label in front of you. This is our lineup. Hope you learned something. Hope you got something out of it. Let us know what other bottles you'd like. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I love hearing from you guys. We answer every comment, you know.
Definitely.
So let us know what you think.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining us here on Brothers Barrel with Everything Whiskey. Harrison and
Chris.
we out. That's good.